We shall soon see, and no need of diviners. Son, you have heard my final judgment on that girl. Have you come here hating me, or have you come with deference and will love whatever I do?
I am your son, father, and you are my guide. You make things clear for me, and I obey you. Nothing means more to me than your continuing wisdom.
Good. That is the way to behave. Subordinate. Everything else, my son, to your father's will. This is what a man prays for that he may get. Sons attentive and dutiful in his house, each one hating his father's enemies, honoring his father's friends. But if his sons fail him, if they turn out unprofitably, what has he fathered but trouble for himself, and amusement for the malicious? So you are right, not to lose your head over this woman. Your pleasure with her would soon grow cold, Haman, and then you'd have a hell cat embedded elsewhere. Let her find her husband in hell. Of all the people in the city, only she has contempt for my law and broken it. Do you want to show myself weak before the people, or to break my sworn word? No, and I will not. The woman dies. I suppose she'll plead family ties. We'll let her. If I permit my own family to rebel, how shall I earn the world's obedience? Show the man who keeps his house in hand he's fit in public authority. I'll have no dealings with lawbreakers, critics of the government. Whoever is chosen to govern should be obeyed, must be obeyed. In all things, great and small, just and unjust. O Haman, the man who knows how to obey, and that man only, knows how to give commands when the time comes. You can depend on him no matter how fast the spears come. He's a good soldier. He'll stick it out. Anarchy, anarchy. Show me a greater evil. This is why cities tumble and the great houses rain down. This is what scatters armies. No, no. Good lives are made so by discipline. We keep the laws then, and the law makes us. No woman shall seduce us if we must lose. Let's lose to a man at least. Is a woman stronger than we?
Reason is God's crowning gift to man, and you are right to warn me against losing mine. I cannot say, I hope I shall never have to say that you reason badly. Yet there are other men who can reason too, and their opinions might be helpful. You are not in a position to know everything that people say or do or what they feel. Your temper terrifies. Everyone will only tell you what you like to hear. But I, at any rate, can listen, and I have heard them muttering in the dark about this girl. They say no woman has ever so unreasonably died so shamefully a death for such a generous act. She covered her brother's body. Is this indecent? She kept him from the dogs and the vultures. Is this a crime? Death? She should have all the honor that we can give her. This is the way they talk about her in the city. You must believe me, nothing is closer to me than your happiness. What could be closer? Must not any son value his father's fortune as his father does his? I beg you, do not be unchangeable. Do not believe that you alone can be right. The man that thinks this, the man that maintains that only he has the power to reason correctly, the gift to speak, the soul, that, and a man like that, when you know him, turns out empty. Not reason, never to yield to reason. In flood time, you can see the trees bend, and because they bend, even their twigs are safe. The stubborn trees are ripped up, roots and all. And the same thing happens in sailing. Make your sheaths fast, never slacking, and over you go, head over heels, and there's your voyage. Forget your anger, let yourself be moved. I know I am young, but please, let me say this. The ideal condition would be, I admit, that men should be right by instinct. Since we are all too likely to go astray, the reasonable thing is to learn from those who can teach.
You consider it right for a man of my years and experience to go to school to a boy?
It is not right, if I am wrong. But if I am young and right, what does my age matter?
You think it's right to stand up for an anarchist?
No, it is not at all. I pay no respect to criminals.
Then she is not a criminal?
The city would deny it to a man.
And the city proposes to teach me how to rule?
Who's talking like a boy now?
My voice is the one voice giving orders in this city.
It is no city when it takes orders from one voice.
The state is the king.
Yes, if the state is a desert.
This boy, it seems, has sold out to a woman.
If you are a woman, my concern is only for you.
So you're concerned in a public brawl with your father?
How about you in a public brawl with justice?
Justice, when all that I do is within my rights? Fool, adolescent fool, taken in by a woman.
You'll never see me taken in by anything vile.
Every word you say is for her.
And for you, and for me, and for the gods under the earth.
You'll never marry her while she lives.
Then she must die, but her death will cause another.
Another? Have you lost your senses? Is this an open threat?
This is no threat. I am speaking to emptiness.
I swear you regret the superior tone of yours. You are the empty one.
If you were not my father, I'd say you were perverse.
You girl-struck fool. Don't play at words with me.
I'm sorry. You prefer silence?
Now, by God, I swear by all the gods in heaven above us, you'll watch it. I swear you shall. Bring her out. Bring the woman out. Let her die before his eyes. Here, this instant, with her bridegroom beside her.
No, not here. She will not die here, king, and you will never see my face again. Go on raving, long as you have a friend to endure you.